doesn't look like a house. I mean, this is like a...
This is part of the original family house. So it was like an older well.
So you just took this old well and decided to build the house around it?
Yes, yes. So that's the original house. It was built like in the 1950s, late 40s, by a Spanish modernist architect. It was Luis Blanco Soler.
Ah, okay.
That was like the family house, and then the different siblings from the family decided to build small houses around the big one.
Hola.
Él es mi padre, que es el dueño de esta casa.
¿De esta casa aquí?
Sí.
Wow.
Él es mi tío.
Gracias.
El dueño de la casa es mi tío.
Muy bonito.
Sí.
Oh, qué bien, esto es la familia.
Sí, sí. Y esa casa era de mis abuelos, claro.
No,
Sí, sí, sí.
entonces una familia muy unida.
Sí, sí, sí.
Ya.
Entonces unos tíos se han quedado a vivir en esa casa. Cuando murieron mis abuelos,
Okay.
Miguel se construyó esa. Ella es Macarena, que es la dueña de la casa grande.
Hola.
Dando un poco... Venga, vamos por aquí.
So when you came, you found, what did this look like?
So it was like an old cistern of water.
Okay. So the cistern was the stone?
Yes, the cistern was the stone. And then we built the new volume on top of the old cistern.
The reason you did a prefab, you made the top part prefab was...
It's because it was easier to build it. La particularidad de la casa es que la montaron en 5 o 6 días.
A ver, ahora ya vosotros irla dirigiendo desde aquí.
Also, it was more sustainable, the material, the wood. And it was related to the geometries we wanted to generate here. Okay. La curva no es un gesto arbitrario, es una curva que se hace porque en realidad había un pavimento curvo alrededor del pozo, ¿no?
So then obviously there was a time when this is where they were drawing water for the home.
Yes, so there was a connection between the well and the cistern over there. So they got the water from the well and they drop it to the cistern.
And it wasn't in use very long.
No, it was just 15, 20 years and then it became like a storage. But I think it still has water. I mean, it's not used anymore as a well, but... This was here, so the original stone fabric from the pavement was here. And this was used as a space like for celebrations and...
So there was a bit of a house? Or...
No, there was nothing here.
Okay.
Just the pavement.
Oh, like an outdoor space?
Yeah,
Okay.
and yes, an outdoor space, yes.
Okay.
With this stone, yes. Because this becomes we maintain this in the interior of the house. I mean, you can see the interior of the house, it's the same floor, no?
So that's really the old floor.
Mm-hmm. And this geometry of the curve, it was here before we arrived, no?
The geometry was because of the...
Yes, because of the well, yes.
So the
And there was a step. That step was originally there. So basically what we did just was install this glass structure here. Vamos a pasar.
See? So you wanted the wall to be rounded?
Yes, curved and rounded.
Yeah.
Because it was a way also to embrace the well, no? Mm-hmm. Technically, it's not a rounded wall because it's polygonal, so it's not rounded glass. But
So that made it fairly easy?
it made it a little bit more easy to be built and also not so expensive because curved glass, it's very expensive.
So during daytime all year round, there is little need of artificial light.
No, there's no need to have artificial light.
Which part is house and which part is it exterior? Can you define like of the place where it's?
No, it's especially this space here. That space has a more clear limit. This one deliberately doesn't have a very clear limit, yes. Yes. This is more the public space, and the downstairs it's more the private space.
Entonces, de pequeño, bajabas.
Bajar no, porque aquí no había nada. Era entrar por aquí. Claro, esto era cerrado todo.
Sí.
Esto era más profundo. Esto era mucho más profundo. Y luego todo esto es original de lo que era el aljibe de agua. Y luego era entrar por aquí. Por aquí.
Sí.
Pero se entraba, tenías que bajar porque esto era profundo. Aquí había una rampa de bajada, porque aquí había como 1,5 metros más de profundidad. Claro. Y cuando ya no había agua, lo que se hizo fue espacio de almacenaje para guardar cosas.
Me encanta la cama.
La cama, pues como todo lo demás, era de mis padres. Todo lo que hay en esta casa son muebles recuperados de casas de mis padres.
Sí.
La lámpara, las mesas, las sillas. Aquí hay muebles de oficina. Esto no era de una casa, era de un despacho de mi padre, que para mí todo vale. Y entonces era súper interesante el recuperar eso y hacer ahí una vivienda. Y esto era, pues, bueno, y continúa, porque el suelo de toda la casa es la terraza que había aquí, como se ve fuera y dentro.
Mantener todo.
Sí.
Sí.
Okay. De hecho, está ligeramente inclinado, porque si pones una pelota cae, porque necesitaba tener unas inclinaciones para evacuar las aguas.
Yeah.
¿No?
Right. For water runoff.
Yeah, yes. Here you can see, for example, the wood structure.
So it's insulated on the outside.
It's insulated on the outside, yes.
The roof is then like an inverted gable roof, right?
Yes, it's an inverted roof, yes, because el agua se recoge aquí hacia adentro, ¿no? En este plano de aquí, y cae hacia una gárgola enorme, which is on the other facade, yes.
What do you do with the water capture? You reuse it for the garden?
We reuse it for the garden, yes.
What happens when it snows, for example? It's like water. It melts and it goes the same way.
Yes, it's the same, yes.
Is it important that, even I was thinking as the ceiling coming down, you have these huge glass walls. I think if the ceiling was high, if it went up the typical gable, it would feel too big in here.
Yes, the idea was to compress the space here, like in the middle of the house, and it's a way of separating that part of the house, the kitchen, with this part of the house, which is the living room, okay?
You see it here.
The owner likes a lot to cook, and he wanted like a big kitchen with different spaces, like the office space, like the place to cook. Also, he likes a lot to welcome people to have dinner or have lunch with him.
So it's open.
And it's open, and as you can see, the dining room is directly connected to the office and to the kitchen. This is like an office space or something similar.
So the rooms are divided in a very simple way.
Yes, so these geometrical pieces that organize the kitchen contrast with the glass wall. I mean, that's the only curve of the house, the glass wall. The rest of the walls, or the rest of these pieces are kind of regular and orthogonal pieces, ¿no? Y era una manera de no restarle protagonismo a la curva, ¿no? Que es lo más importante, ¿no?
Porque aquí está como, sobre todo mirando aquí, está dentro de los árboles aquí.
Claro, es como está en el exterior. Me pongo donde me pongo, estoy viendo árboles por todos lados, y jardín y espacio. Sí.
Eso es importante.
Para mí sí, muchísimo.
Yeah.
Sí.
You are going to feel difference of temperature because we're underground. This temperature is la temperatura de aquí abajo siempre constante. 22 grados en invierno y en verano. Así que aquí en Madrid, que hace, it's very hot in summer, you can come here downstairs and you will have the same temperature as in winter.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Beams are obviously original.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
these beams are original, yes. It was the structure of the cistern, okay?
So the ceiling of the cistern.
Yes, the ceiling of the
Okay.
cistern, yes.
And we're standing on the wall of the cistern.
Yes, yes, yes.
So this was underground. This was all.
This was underground, yes.
All this was underground.
All this was underground, yes. Yes. This curved wall is part of the cistern. This was the cistern, yes.
What
So
was it?
at one time this was covered with water
What's it made of? The original cistern.
from concrete.
Concrete. Okay.
Concrete and also stone fabric on the outside,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So from here you can see the only facade from the house, which is not gray. It's a way of reflecting light and introducing light to this patio. And also these beams, you can see them in the interior of the house.
This is actually quite pretty for a cistern. They built vaulted ceiling.
Yes.
It's structurally.
Yeah, it's a typical Mediterranean system of building, yes.
Because here it's just es el ladrillo tal y como es y la miga de cemento, que es lo
Sí,
más
sí,
humilde que puede haber en la construcción, ¿no?
Sí, eso es.
Y realmente es pintado de blanco y ya.
Solo es lo único que se hizo, se pintó de blanco y...
So the cistern had a ceiling to it.
This was the original ceiling of the cistern, yes. La cisterna se hundía 1 metro más hacia abajo, se construyó un forjado sanitario to prevent humidity coming from the terrain. Y tiene una cámara, ¿no? Ventilada, que ventila para los olores y para la humedad.
What about the bathroom? I like how you've kept this sort of open.
Yes. Sí, no. The idea was to make you feel that you are also in the outside of the building, no?
Yeah.
So you are having a shower and you feel like if you are having a shower outside, yes. And finally, this is the bedroom.
So you see again the cistern walls, no?
Yes, these are the system walls. These are some parts of the structure of the system that has been maintained right as it was. You can see it here.
Oh yeah.
Some of them are painted, as you can see, but here we decided to keep it just as it was, with el óxido de las barras de armado, right as it was, yes.
Water would have gone
So,
how high?
yeah.
You know how high the water would have reached?
Maybe 1 meter, but we are 1 meter up from the original level of...
Right. Okay.
This is the bedroom with old furniture, as you can see. This is like closet or the place to dress, and this is the bathroom, yes.
Here we see no walls of the cistern, but we do see the ceiling.
No, there's a wall from this, yes.
It's all set. Okay. And then back in, it's open. Yeah.
And it's all completely open, yes.
The bathtub is great.
Yes. Yeah,
Is that the original ground
no,
level?
not really, but it's kind of similar to the original level, yes.
Yeah. And the walls, micro cement?
Yes, also micro cement, yes. The floor is hormigón pulido, and this is micro cement, yes.
You don't really forget that you're inside.
No.
There's enough little. Okay.
So this was buried, so se vació el terreno aquí, and the owner wanted to have like a more private space for him.
So this is like an outdoor living room,
Yes,
an outdoor kitchen actually.
an outdoor kitchen, the living room and a dining room here, yes.
So you dug it out. You decided to just sort of make more space because this would have been underground.
Yes, this was underground, yes.
And why dig?
Because we wanted to create some entrances, direct entrances to the old cistern, which was also partially underground, yes. And this space is connected directly to this bedroom, yes.
And you don't worry about water damage or weather because, I mean, It's not like
Here?
you have plastic chairs out here. Or,
No.
You don't worry. No, it works.
No, it works, yes.
Because it's been 5 years or,
Yeah. As you can see, el terreno, no, here in this part of Madrid is very, has a lot of stone, no, es un terreno muy granítico. We decided to maintain it just as it was. Also because, because it's very expensive and because we think that it's kind of not very sustainable to dig in. It's like going to the dentist, so we don't like to go to the dentist and we rather leave this partially as it was, yes. So the owner wanted a shower here. We built that, but the rest, we decided to leave it right as it was. This is part of the original house, I mean, of the original cistern.
Really?
Yes, they are old interruptores o enchufes,
Okay.
¿no? de los años 50, ¿no? Es decir, que toda esta curva de piedra, it was here since the 50s.
And there's privacy here or enough privacy?
Yes, now we are in winter, so la vegetación it's
Cover,
yeah, it's not all covered, but in summer it's practically all covered, yes. And the metallic structure works as a transition structure between the house and the street.
Estar abierto y expuesto al exterior no es algo muy común. Aquí todo el que pasa por la calle me ve. Por la mañana estoy en pijama, con mi taza de café. Esta otra parte es mucho más privada, ¿no? Pero que es lo mismo, porque aquí tenemos las puertas abiertas. Mis sobrinos, cuando están en una casa y en otra, vienen, te piden galletas, se me acaba la leche, entran en casa, abren la puerta.
Y veo a alguien ahí ahora, mira.
Hola.
Un sobrino. Sí.
Bueno, la familia
Es interiorista.
Este ha estado completo.
Entonces piensa que vive diferente aquí que, por ejemplo, en otra casa, como antes.
Sí.
Ha cambiado su manera de...
Sí, la otra casa me encantaba, era preciosa,
Sí.
pero estaba apartado. Aquí estoy además con mi familia. Para mí es muy importante, bueno, para todos nosotros es muy importante la familia. Sí, estamos muy unidos y súper importante.
It was more complicated to maintain the system, but also it was easier because we had like a structure that was already here. No? It's part of the history of his family.
There's something valuable just in something that has age and that has
Yes, of course.
history and that has... It's probably hard to define.
Yes. Y además es que la propiedad nos pidió que lo mantuviéramos, o sea, que él quería vivir en el antiguo Aljibe, ¿no?